of time. And then you hear they need many, many more. You know, one of the things they have started with respect to masks is the sterilization process. Some are, are really, it works very well. Others aren't really set up that way. You throw them out. But we have a sterilization process that's working very hard. Speaking of that, hand sanitizers, you know, when you asked the question on the companies and what's going on, we have many companies now. Companies that made whiskey, that made alcohol, they've now gone very quickly into the hand sanitizers and all of, you know, you've been reading about 3 or 4 big companies. We're doing incredibly well on that. There was no way if you took the existing companies that something like that could happen. But it happens almost, they'll call Peter Navarro or they'll call somebody. In one case, they called me. They said, we can do this, we can do that. We've had a lot of those calls where companies want to, there's a company in New Hampshire, a great company, they want to make ventilators. I'd never thought of them for ventilators, but they do make metal equipment and things out of metal. They'll be great, they'll make a great product. So Peter, I think you're seeing a lot of that. Yes, please.
Mr. President, the bill that is being contemplated by the Senate right now has a fund that has hundreds of billions of dollars for the Treasury Department to use to bail out states and localities as well as specific industries such as cruises and hotels. Will you commit publicly that none of that taxpayer money will go towards your own personal property?
Every time I do, like for instance, I committed publicly that I wouldn't take the $450,000 salary. It's a lot of money, whether you're rich or not, it's a lot of money. And I did it, nobody cared. Nobody said thank you. Nobody said thank you very much. Now, I didn't commit legally, I just said, I don't want it. I don't want my salary. I work for zero. I don't want my salary. Nobody said, oh, thank you very much. But I guarantee you, if I ever took it, you would go out after me, you in particular would go out after me like crazy. So I have no idea what they're talking about with regard to the one element. Everything's changing, just so you understand, it's all changing. But I have no idea. But every time I commit to do something, I committed to do my, look, I ran and everybody knew I was a rich person. I built a great company and people knew that. But I agreed to do things. I didn't have to. I still don't have to. But my company, I told the kids who are running it, I'm not running it, but I told them, don't deal with foreign companies, don't deal. I didn't have to do that. I could have just ran and I didn't have to do that at all. And instead of being thanked for, again, not agreeing to do it, but just for not doing it, I get excoriated all the time. So I've learned, let's just see what happens, because we have to save some of these great companies. They can be great companies literally in a matter of weeks. We have to save them. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, can I go back to your announcement at the top about the National Guard and then also the medical structures that are going to be built? Okay, so you had said that there would be 8 large medical structures that will be built in California with more than 2,000 beds. And then I think I heard you say there would be 4 small medical structures in the state of Washington with 250 beds. And could you say what cities and areas those are going to be in specifically?
So we are filling the governor's request, and so we send that resource to them. They'll put it to best use. They'll put it to where they will have the most effect. So we don't dictate exactly where it goes. Again, it's a request from the state to the federal government for a certain asset, and those assets are sent to the governor can use it as he or she sees fit.
And you're still considering, you just said that using the cruise ships as well. So
we need them. I hope we don't need them. I hope you're going to have great luck on Tuesday morning. We sent a lot of the medicine. We don't have to go into it again, but we sent a lot of the medicine to Governor Cuomo. I believe they already have it. And they have some very capable people. We spoke to Dr. Zucker.